Hi everybody. So my name is Steve, and today I want to talk a little bit about gay conversion therapy. So gay conversion therapy still exists and is still practiced to this day, and like many things, it's not talked about. A lot of things that go unnoticed and go unacknowledged within the world that are like unwanted get a lot of neglect. you know yeah, there is definitely important things we got to worry about, like especially in the current events. Whatever they're saying, whatever they're not saying, it's all important to look at, right? But that's not the only thing to look at. And when we start looking at many other things, we can start giving out the intention and the energy that will give us the results that we want to experience in this stuff that bring us a lot of concern. Anyway, gay conversion therapy. It still goes on. And to give you the Wikipedia definition, gay conversion therapy is the pseudo-scientific practice of trying to change an individual's sexual orientation from homosexual or bisexual to heterosexual using psychological, physical, or spiritual interventions. So, from what I've read and from what I've gathered and learned by reading articles about this and people's experience of this, gay conversion therapy is basically trauma created to stimulate PTSD or nearly irreversible wounds towards same-sex love, which then strips the person of same-sex desire caused by a fear-based loop when the thoughts arise, those same-sex thoughts. So it's like, it's stripping you of your truth to force you to live in a lie, which makes you end up hating everything. It destroys people and their relationships, no matter if it's platonic or romantic. It destroys their relationship with themselves. It's not just your sexual orientation being wounded, it's your whole outlook on what the world is, your place in it, and how the outside experiences have affected you, and what are you feeling on the inside towards yourself and everything. So you're not just fucking with somebody's because they're trying to change your sexual orientation, but what they're doing is just wounding it to the point where you don't want to look at it. That's what it is. They're just gonna hurt it a lot, so you just stay away from it. So it's not really like changing anything or curing anything, it's just making matters a lot worse for that individual, and then that individual affects the people that they come into contact with, probably in ways that are unwanted for those people. But these, people who suffered gay conversion therapy, sometimes it's like you don't know what else to do. You don't know how else to be to people, It destroys people, and they wind up in endless depression medication. I mean, if you think that is the answer and that's something that works, like you got a lot of other things to worry about. But why do you think this is even done in the first place? Why not let people just be people? Why not admit to the fact that another person's life is really making you upset, that you feel that they have to change? Why is it such a huge deal for others to change another person's feelings? You know, what do they hope to gain out of making someone be exactly like them? You know, this is what you're doing to somebody else, and you want me to be like you. You know, it's unfair, and it comes from a place where I guess the perpetrator or the actually let's go down the list of who performs generally gay conversion therapy. Is done by saints, pastors, religious establishments, doctors, shamans, preachers, neuropaths, organized groups, and psychiatrists who think they're all doing an ethical thing. I mean, we may not have people like this in our life. You know, people like who act on those roles. We may know them personally or by association or however means, but that says a lot to us. Like, well, that's a lot of people who we put our faith into in trusting that they know what's best for everybody. And if that's the outcome of gay conversion therapy, I think y'all need to rethink what it means to care about people and know what's best for them, because that ain't it. Let's see what else. What other notes I got here, because I did a lot of reading. Yo, they used to do lobotomies in the 1900s for this. You know, I mean, I don't know what's worse, this, or like that. Who's to say that's not even that stopped, that they ceased doing that? You know, oh God, they used to castrate for gay conversion therapy. It's just like, you guys think mutilation and stripping of a person's complete dignity is helping them. It makes no sense, and it's coming from a place that I would say is scared as fuck. They are scared as fuck of somebody else and how they're living their truth that is different for them, that they don't understand. And it scares them because it thinks it will end them, and they're scared of it. It scares them because they fear they might harbor those same feelings, and they associate it as something completely bad, to the degree of like seeing it anywhere else, even outside of myself, is the worst fucking thing in the world, and it's gotta stop now, because me dealing with it inside is bad enough. So I can't see it anywhere else. So that motherfucker can't be gay. I can be the only secretly gay one and having to deal with that, you know, and hating myself, you know. So if I gotta hate myself, you know, everybody else gotta hate themselves too. It's just a crazy endless thing, you know. But where that comes from, what's making these people even these, let me say it again, because I just have to. These saints, pastors, religious establishments, doctors, shamans, preachers, neuropaths, organized groups, and psychiatrists, what are they being taught, and what do they believe that gives them the complete surety and authority in saying that this is a great idea, the first fucking option in trying to get what we want, you know? And it's not always about getting what we want. It's about learning how to go with whatever that is exists there. Let's see what else I have here. Electroconvulsive therapy, adverse treatments using electric shocks or vomit-inducing drugs. This is just more ways that they do gay conversion therapy. Exorcism, or ritual cleansing, often involving violence while reciting religious verses. Force feeding, food deprivation, forced nudity, and forced isolation and confinement are some of the more extreme examples of conversion therapy. Like, what are you doing? And like, what are you potentially creating by doing this to a person? Like, can you fucking think for a second? But what can, it all starts with the decisions that we make now as far as how we're going to treat the kids that are growing up. That's always the answer. Just hook up what's coming next, you know. And these poor kids, you know, look at what they are dealing with right now, that we are saying yes and okay to. For what? What do you hope to gain by listening to everything that they say to you? And let me ask you, are you experiencing that now? Okay, I mean, I hope this got you to think, you know, and please ask any questions about this, and please give your opinion about this, whether you are gay or not, and whatever you identify as, whatever gender you identify as, whatever pronoun you prefer to be called, yo ass. Everyone needs to just weigh in on this if they feel called to. And then that's it for now. But thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.